Geography, Chapter 4 Agriculture. So, subsistence agriculture means where the farmers are doing farming just for themselves. Only the family members of that farmers are involved while doing agriculture, and that is done in a small plot of land surface. Now, we are moving towards the next, that is commercial agriculture, which were done by the machines. Mainly commercial, it means done for the selling purpose. So where crops are grown and the animals, they both are there, but their main motto is not for consumption for themselves. The main motto is to sell their product in market and earn more money. So mainly under this commercial farming, crops are grown and the animals are reared for sale in the market. That is for commercial purpose. So we had seen that in subsistence farming, where crops are grown mainly for their farmers' family needs, but in commercial, there is no any family needs. They are just growing for selling purpose for earning more money. Mainly, we can categorize this all commercial farming in three different types, as like commercial grain farming, mixed farming, plantation agriculture. While doing this type of agriculture, they use land surface. They use different types of machines. Let's start with the commercial grain farming. Commercial grain farming, crops are grown for commercial purpose. Wheat and maize are the common commercial grown grains. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grasslands of North America, Europe, and Asia. They used machines for growing these all crops in a huge land surface. Mainly, it's practiced only one single crop in a huge land surface. Mixed farming. In mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. So, where the farmers are growing both, they are growing crops and the fodder for animals. Both the work are doing at the same time, were known as mixed farming. Mainly, it is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South America and South Africa. Next, we are going to see the plantation agriculture. Plantations are a type of commercial farming system where a single crop, for example, a single crop of coffee or tea grown in a huge land surface. A large amount of labor is required in that, and capital are required, more money they needed for growing this type of crops. The produce may be processed on the farm itself or in a nearby factories required for this. The development of a transport network is essential for such farming. Mainly these type of crops, mainly famous as like major plantations, are found in the tropical regions of the world. For example, rubber in Malaysia. Next, we have coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka are some examples of plantation major crops. A large variety of crops are grown to meet the needs of the growing population. Major food crops are as like wheat, rice, maize, and millets. Main fiber crops are jute and cotton. Important beverage crops are tea and coffee. Many crops supply raw materials for agro-based industries. So let's go much more deep information let's take about these major crops. So under these food crops we having rice. Rice is the major food crop of the world. It is much more important, especially the important crop of our country, India. It is a staple diet of the tropical and subtropical regions. So, whenever the farmers are growing rice, they need high temperature, high humidity, and heavy rainfall. In that condition only, easily they can grow rice crops. For growing rice crops, they need the best fertile alluvial clay soil Next, mainly these type of crops means rice crops are grown in India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. And the main important leading country in all over the world is China. Next, we are going to discuss about the wheat. Wheat requires moderate temperature. It means that wheat does not need high temperature or very low temperature. They need a moderate temperature and rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. It thrives best in well-drained loamy soil. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia, and India. So in India, it is grown in winter season in the month of November, December. It used to be sown in the month of October, November, and finally it's harvested in the month of March. Millets. Millets are known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. So for this millets, you do not need the fertile land surface where the land is not so much fertile or it's sandy soils. Easily you can grow millets in that land surface. It is hardy crop that needs low rainfall, so you don't need so much water also, and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. So easily you can grow these type of millets crops in this land surface. For example, as like jowar, bajra, and ragi are grown in India, Nigeria, and China. Next, we have maize. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall, and lots of sunshine. It needs well drained fertile soils. Maize is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India, and Mexico. Next, we have cotton. Cotton requires high temperature. So, whenever the farmers they are growing cotton, they need high temperature, light rainfall, because if there is a rainfall, that will affect the cotton plants. So, they need very less rainfall area and 210 frost-free days. It means there should be no any change in the climate, that it should be frost free day should be there, and they need bright sunshine for its growth. It grows best in black and alluvial soil, so easily they can grow this cotton in crops where the black soil is there or alluvial soils are there. For example, these type of plants are grown in China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil, and Egypt. Are the leading producers of cotton. It is one of the main raw material for the cotton textile industries. So most of the dress what you are wearing, that all are coming from this cotton textile companies, industries. From there, these all dresses are made. Jute. Jute was also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall, and humid climate. This crop is grown in the tropical areas. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Coffee. Coffee is one of the main beverage crops, and for growing coffee, you require warm and wet climate and well drained loamy soil. Hill slopes are more suitable for growth of this crop, and that's the reason little bit mountainous area or the hilly slopes areas are best for growing coffee. For example, as like Brazil is the leading producer, followed by Colombia and India. So in India, southern portion and where coffee are grown, for example, so Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu states are the main important places in India where coffees are grown. Next, we have the next beverage crop, that is tea. These requires cool climate and well distributed high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. So, under this tea plantation, where it's done, they need a huge amount of labor for plucking these all leaves, and these all leaves are collected and moved towards closer to the industrial areas for making it the main thing that is required for making the tea, for making the final product. Mainly, these type of uh, tea used to be grown in Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka, produce the best quality of tea in all over the world. For growing tea, it needs well-drained loamy soils and gently slopes, and there's a reason tea are grown in mountain areas, especially, for example, in our country, Assam state, where in the mountain areas the tea used to be grown, and that plants stay for 1 2 years, and that laborers collect leaves from that plants. Like this tea cultivations are done. Next, we have agriculture development. So, efforts are constantly being made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. How the populations are increasing day by day, so the demand of this food is increasing. So, the what are the main efforts are done for this production of agriculture, for increasing the agriculture production? Increasing area under cultivation, so that land which was there under the agriculture was increased. Increasing the number of crops grown in a year, so in a year on that, might be in before only one crops were grown, but now two or three crops are grown in a year in that same land surface. Improving irrigational facilities in order to increase yield per acre. So, government are trying to increase the irrigation facilities, providing the water supply to these all farmers where they are growing the crops. Used to fertilizers to increase yield. They're using fertilizers for increasing their crops. Use high yielding variety of seeds. They are using high yielding variety of seeds for getting much more profit. Use machinery in cultivation. Nowadays, farmers are also started using machineries for doing cultivation. The main aim of agriculture development is to provide food security for the growing world population. The main aim is that they are going to provide the food security, that each and every person should get the nutrient food to meet their dietary needs and food preference for an active and healthy life. Agriculture has developed world, world over. The development varies from place to place. For example, if we will take the two examples, one from India and the another example from USA, so we will understand that agriculture in the developing and a developed country. You can see here the diagrams. There is a farmer from Uttar Pradesh ish, that he's using that still ox and that land surface in the small thing what is required for doing farming, and it's a type of subsistence farming. And the another hand side, where that person is from USA and using machineries for growing crops in his land surface. When we will differentiate between these two, a farm in USA and a farm in India, we will see the first point. The size of the farm is large. So that area which is under the USA farmland, that area is much more larger, and the USA farmland is larger, and the Indian farmland is much smaller comparatively the USA. Second, owner's house is in the farm. So under the USA, the owner house is between the farm, but when we are talking about the India, owner lives in the main village and travels to the farm every day. So he stay far away from the farmland, he stays somewhere in the village, and he used to travel. The farmers makes assure that soil and water resource meet the needs of the crop. Here, where in USA, farmers make sure that the soil and the water resources meet the needs of the crop, and the other hand side, due to inadequate supply of water and fertile soil, farmers have to purchase high yielding variety seeds from market every year. And in India, farmers always buy high yielding varieties of seeds for the good production and for the good cultivation. Here in USA, the farmer used the new technology for making that land fertile, for making it nutrient. And the another hand side, the farmer in India takes advice from his friends and elders as well as government agricultural officers regarding farming. Here, the farmer uses tractors in USA, seed drills, harvesters, and all kinds of modern agriculture machinery. But in India, the farmer takes a tractor on rent, and many still really are traditionally bullocks are ploughing the land. So, like this is the difference between the farming done in USA and the farming done in India. Thank you.